Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, we got the Dallas Cowboys to talk about as cornerback Deron Bland was named the NFC's Defensive Player of the Week. Speaking of the Cowboys, they take the field tomorrow for their annual Thanksgiving Day game against the Commanders, a game you can catch here on San Antonio Sports Star starting at 2:30. Spurs, they look to slap a nine-game losing streak against the Clippers tonight at 7 in the Frost Bank Center. Extra Innings is next.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
This is Extra Innings with Pleasure.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Rock and roll! The Texans win it!
You've been called the Da Vinci of our time. What do you say to that?
Absolutely ridiculous. I don't paint.
That ball is history. A walk-off home run.
And it's going to be legendary.
James Pledger wraps your day with insight, opinion, plenty of sarcasm, and of course, your calls. He'll even pour a beer out the door for his favorite story of the day. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. Now, here's Pledge.
Welcome into Extra Innings with Pleasure right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportsstar.com. If you're watching on our YouTube channel, at SA Sports Star, please like, subscribe. You can comment along with the show, or you can call in at 210-656-ESPN. That's 210-656-3776 if you want to be a part of the conversation. However you may be joining, thanks for tuning in tonight as we get you ready for Thanksgiving tomorrow and a whole lot of football coming up on the TV over the next several days, as well as food comas abound. It's going to be a lot of fun. Prepare your naps appropriately during the right games as you get set for this holiday weekend. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. I hope you and your family have a fantastic one over the next few days. This will be my only show of the week. We had Aggie Hoops the other day. We have Monday Night Football the day before that, and then we got the rest of the week off. So this is all you're getting of me today. And coming up after Extra Innings with Pleasure, we will have Cowboys Crosstalk coming up at 7 o'clock. That'll be followed by what the artist formerly known as the Jimbo Fisher Show, now the Texas A&M Football Coaches Show. So that's coming up next as we got some news during the Blitz, if you were listening, which I know a bunch of you were, like Jacob Eric, who's thank you. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button on the YouTube feed. Fred Robert Caceres Jr., happy Thanksgiving to all of y'all. The news that Jeff Traylor is out of the mix when it comes to the huge in a lot of instances. I feel excited for the city of San Antonio and UTSA and for Jeff Traylor and his players so that they don't have to go through this headache anymore of having to even ask or be talked about when it comes to Texas A&M. But as we heard earlier today on the Blitz in an article on TexAgs by Olin Buchanan, where in the report, and I want to get the exact verbiage of this correctly, but it was Texas A&M has eliminated UTSA head coach Jeff Traylor from consideration, as it looks like it's coming down to a couple of people, whether that's Fish at Arizona or what I would count as probably the odds-on favorite, Duke head coach and also former Texas A&M defensive coordinator Mike Elko as probably the favorite for that job right now. And that's great news for San Antonio. It's good for Jeff Traylor that we don't have to bug him about the Texas A&M rumors anymore if this report is true. And it allows him to, and the kids, to turn all of their focus after the report of him being eliminated as a candidate to where it should be, which is 18th ranked Tulane, because they are still undefeated in AAC play in their first ever year in the Step Up in Conference. And by doing so, the last few weeks, like, Frank Harris has slowly started looking healthier and healthier and more like Frank Harris. And each game that passes, he looks a little bit better and then a little bit better. While Tulane, as great as they are, being ranked 18th in the nation, you look at 18th ranked Tulane's last handful of games that they've played. And this will be a great statement win to go on the road and do this if UTSA can pull it off this weekend. But I'm just going to go back a handful of games. They held off North Texas 35-28. They held off Rice 30-28. They held off East Carolina 13-10. They held off Tulsa 24-22. And they beat Florida Atlantic soundly, but probably not as much as you think an 18th ranked team should have, 24-8, as they get ready for UTSA this Friday. And UTSA going Friday to Friday, they have a full week of preparation. They had an entire week to get ready for this game on a normal schedule for them. I like UTSA in that game Friday, 2:30 on ABC. Great coverage, great exposure for Jeff Traylor and the UTSA Roadrunners in a bunch of households when people are gathered around watching football all day. They're alone to themselves for the most part in a primetime spot on a primetime channel. And now with everything put behind them, they're coming in red hot against a Tulane team that has barely been surviving week to week over the past 5 weeks. I like UTSA in this game. And Jeff Traylor, as he told the Blitz Monday about the A&M rumors when he made sure on his way off the goal to make sure and say,
Just look at my history. I'm a guy that likes to stay put in one place, but he likes to see a place grow and be maximized all it can be. And we're not all we can be yet. But what will the story be like when we get there one day?
Jeff Traylor said that, and he made sure after they said goodbye to chime in and say, not all we can be yet. Jeff Traylor stated his love for the city of San Antonio, for this administration, and he just needs help from the community, from donors, from people going to the games, buying suites, NIL, all of that things, paying his coaches to keep them in-house as well. But he's right. UTSA isn't all they could be. But, man, what all could they be if they beat an 18th ranked Tulane to play for the AAC title and then possibly win an AAC title in their first year and maybe sneak into the rankings and be one of the highest ranked group of 5 teams, which would allow them to possibly play in a New Year's Six Bowl. Dreaming's free and easy. And there's something else that Coach Traylor hasn't quite yet checked the box of when it comes to UTSA. It's a bowl win. The team is still yet to win a bowl game. And there have been reasons and circumstances. Sincere McCormick not playing in a bowl game one year. They've had the reasons why they have fallen short in bowls in the past. But this will be Frank Harris's last game in college. Not sure what he would project as a pro, but I'm guessing probably undrafted free agent, maybe super late round pick. And if that's the case, why not play in a bowl game? See if you can boost your status. See if you can get on a team's radar. Maybe the same way a Julian Edelman did. Or hell, even prove a point to where you get brought in to do something to where you can do both. They're going to try you to a different position, but you're also going to get reps as the third or fourth quarterback, and then you go into games and you prove yourself. But all it takes is a chance. But for that chance, you also have to prove it. Frank Harris would have a chance to prove it on one of the biggest stages if they can find their way into a New Year's Six bowl. And even if not, just a bowl game in general as people are watching. I think this is great for Frank Harris. I think this is great for Jeff Traylor. I think this is great for UTSA. But at the same time, I also feel kind of bad for Jeff Traylor because we all know you're only as hot as you are until you're not. And then this will be Jeff Traylor's next year. He'll be without probably Frank Harris and Rashad Wisdom and a bunch of the people from the Triangle of Toughness and the 210 that have helped to build UTSA to what it is. So what would this program look like without them? It's a very good question. Jeff Traylor's still at the helm. I feel good about it, but at the same time, I've seen a lot of coaches not capitalize or take advantage of an opportunity or even get the opportunity when the iron's hot. And the next thing you know, their name isn't as hot in subsequent seasons. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. I am James Pledger. Thanks for riding along with me. We're going to take a break. When we come back, it is time to look at some football for the weekend because the Dallas Cowboys are on the field tomorrow, and it's not just the Dallas Cowboys. There is player news involving the Dallas Cowboys, according to one Adam Schefter and a former All-Pro player that's down to two teams. Should Dallas take a swing, even if it's just to keep it away from the other team that could possibly be interested? We'll break it down next right here on Extra Innings with Pledger on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's R&R in the morning.
Monday on R&R, we return after a long weekend off. We're talking Cowboys, we're talking Texans, we're talking Aggies, we're talking Longhorns, and we might even be talking a Spurs win. Cast is back together. We are on a downhill slide toward everything that matters. Get there early. The party starts at 6.
It's your wake-up call. R&R in the morning, 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. And the total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely.
To do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals are happening right now at Diamonds Direct. The last and largest store-wide sale of the year is in full swing with an extra 20% off virtually everything. That's in addition to Diamonds Direct's already unbeatable price. Check out our expanded selection. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets. Get the year's best price and ask about special financing too. Engagement rings, designer jewelry, diamond classics, all on sale. Get all the details and special holiday hours now at DiamondsDirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
It is time to play Pass the Pigskin for a chance to win $5,000 cash and tailgate prize packs. Celebrate with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds by entering the Pork Rind Appreciation Day giveaway at porkrindappreciationday.com. That's porkrindappreciationday.com. And don't forget to pick up your favorite bold flavored protein packed Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds today at HEB.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-330-2929. That's 800-330-2929. 800-330-2929.
The Black Friday weekend sale begins this Friday at Boot Barn. Visit us in store for savings on top quality pieces. Get up to $40 off cowboy boots for men and women, $20 off select work boots, and select children's boots for under $50. We're closed Thanksgiving Day to spend with family, but we look forward to seeing you Black Friday weekend for our biggest sale of the year. Boot Barn. Unwrap the West.
If you're a man and you live in San Antonio or the surrounding areas, you need to pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Are you having issues rising to the occasion? Do you constantly worry about whether or not you can perform? Have you completely stopped having adult time? Is it something you just don't talk about? Guys, we have a solution. Mojo, the 100% guaranteed male enhancement pill that's fast, effective, and was designed to reignite passion, performance, and confidence in the bedroom. Yeah. Be ready at a moment's notice with the Mojo Male Enhancement Pill from Pure Line Nutrition. And for those of you who have used Mojo, check out Mojo Enduramax.
Touchdown!
A new formula that improves the potency and effectiveness of Mojo. Get fast results, last longer, and be the man she'll never forget. Mojo and Mojo Enduramax. 100% natural male enhancement formulas only available at Pure Line Nutrition. Call now, 210-494-2210. That's 210-494-2210. Or visit us online at thepureline.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit revivemenshealth.com.
Shop Macy's Black Friday specials for amazing deals on gifts they'll love now while supplies last. Like 25% off Nike for him, her, and kids. 75% off fine jewelry. And 10 to 50% off select appliances from Black & Decker, Cuisinart, Instant Pot, and more. With store pickup now at Macy's. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply. Please note that stores are closed Thanksgiving Day.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Of course I use Mr. Clean Magic Eraser to clean tough messes off my stovetop and bathtub. But then I discovered I can also use it to easily clean my patio furniture and even my shoes. I'm hooked.
And when wipes won't cut it, I use Magic Eraser Sheets. They're thin and flexible erasers, perfect for everyday messes, like gunk on my counters and sinks. They really are magical.
The reviews are in. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser and Sheets make cleaning look easy.
Listen to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on your Amazon or Google smart speaker and just say, Alexa, play 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Welcome back into Extra Innings with Pleasure right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We're also on sasportstar.com where you can catch up on anything you may have missed, as well as on our YouTube page at SA Sports Star, where you can also go see our previous lives, rewind, go back, watch things. Like maybe you missed some of the great stuff from John McClain earlier today on the Blitz on a Wednesday. Or maybe you missed Bob Ballou talking about the Longhorns' chances at the college football playoff earlier today. Or maybe you missed Jane Slater joining at 5 o'clock. Or maybe you just wanted to keep up with prime picks on the Blitz. You can always go back and check it all out on our YouTube channel, previous lives at SA Sports Star. Like, subscribe, follow along with us, or online at sasportsstar.com in the AA Best Bail Bonds audio vault. And the Dallas Cowboys have another game this weekend in which I expect them to win pretty easily. They're playing a Washington Commanders team that's been game in a couple of games, but also dropped games like they did to the Giants, who just got the doors blown off them by the Cowboys. The Cowboys are on a short week. The Commanders are on a short week. So it could be one of those funky games, or it could be, the Cowboys are 12-0 at home and they rolled a 13-0 at home very easily. Micah Parsons plays extremely well on Thanksgiving Day. And the Cowboys have a chance to keep pace with the Eagles because it's going to be very important to keep pace as they have a very tough stretch ahead of them that includes teams like the Buffalo Bills and the San Francisco 49ers over the next couple of weeks, to where Dallas could get right back into the conversation of not only the NFC East, but the top of the NFC in general in terms of the way they've been playing. And Dak Prescott was one of those guys that's been talking about being in the zone and how this could possibly quite be the best he's ever played over a 3 or 4 game stretch in his career.
I can tell you the way that I feel, the confidence that I have in this group myself. Zone, I guess you can call it, whatever it is. Talked about it over and over, the coaches, just the chemistry of this team. Yeah, by far the best I've ever felt. And it's not just me. It's a lot of the things around me that ultimately, being a leader, a lot of times you're trying to control those things. You're trying to make sure things around you are good, taken up in places, this, and that. And that's the minimal of my job right now is handling things outside of my job, which obviously makes it easier for me.
More so than ever?
More so than ever.
More so than ever. And it's hard to argue. He's playing extremely well right now. Since the Chargers game, he has been on a tear. And you can argue that this has probably been one of the better stretches of his career. Although I look to the beginning of the 2021 season, I believe it was, where he started the year on fire. There was MVP talk. He had the late overtime touchdown win to CeeDee Lamb in New England against the Patriots, but tweaked his calf in that game, missed the following one against the Minnesota Vikings, and then came back and never really looked the same after that calf injury that he suffered in the Patriots game. That would be the one thing where I would say that's up for debate in terms of whether this is the best you've played, but it may be the best he feels he's played because of his comfort in the offense. And he looks extremely comfortable in the offense right now, which, because confidence is everything, especially for a quarterback. And he's a very confident guy. But when you're supremely confident, it exudes on the field as well. And he looks like he's playing like he is extremely confident. Goldfinger123 on our YouTube live says, Pledge, be careful. Sam Howell's already got a win against Dallas. Yeah, it was in week 17 and a game that meant nothing, in which they kept the playbook very vanilla that year as they were going into the playoffs. So I get it, but that was a game that you can't really judge, a lot like kind of Dallas's owning of Philadelphia in recent years in terms of games that haven't meant anything. Not everybody's always playing in those games where there's Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott. So it's going to be very nice. He also brings up the fact of the news on Shaq Leonard. And going into the break, I tease there's a player that both the Cowboys and Eagles, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter, have interest in The Cowboys and Eagles have interest in former multi-time All-Pro linebacker Shaq Leonard. And is it worth the investment? It may be worth the investment just so he doesn't end up in Philadelphia. No matter what he ends up doing on your team, but it's great to have a former All-Pro linebacker. You're relatively thin at that position, especially with Leighton Vander Esch going on the IR, and anybody you plucked off the street wasn't going to be that significant of a roster contribution the same way that Leighton Vander Esch was, although Shaq Leonard possibly very well could be, because former All-Pro, when healthy, still plays at an extremely high level. And yes, Marquise Bell is playing phenomenally. I'm not saying you need to take any snaps away from him, but at some point there's going to be a team that is probably going to expose is a very powerful word, because I don't want to say expose. I think their run defense has played a lot better over the last 4 weeks. But someone's going to see a smaller linebacker get their offensive lineman, like Philly gets their offensive lineman to the second level extremely well. You saw it Monday night against the Kansas City Chiefs. And having a linebacker built like a linebacker that can stand up against offensive linemen, possibly shed those linebackers a little bit easier for depth purposes, if anything else, to prevent against a team that may try and bully you at the line of scrimmage and run the football, and just giving you an extra piece that you can use situationally. I think Shaq Leonard would be perfect for that. Plus, it keeps him off of the team you're trying to chase down as they continually seemingly add pieces whenever they can, like Kevin Byard at the trade deadline. It would be fantastic for no other reason than just to keep him off of Philly's roster and provide some depth for you. I think that is a fantastic thing that the Cowboys should consider, because it doesn't have to be anything beyond this year's investment. You're not going to pay the full contract that he was worth, which is why he went unclaimed on waivers. But for a price point, I think it's worth bringing him into the building. And maybe you get the medicals done first. Maybe you put him through a workout just to check his health, because he's dealt with back and nerve issues over the last few years, which is one of the reasons for his loss of playing time and decline in Indianapolis this past season and this season. So I am wary of other teams always adding around the Cowboys, and I know they're confident in their roster, and they have every right to be right now. But I still, for depth purposes, and just December is going to say so much about the Cowboys. When you look at the schedule that they have coming up, starting November the 30th, the final day of November, you get Seattle. No telling if they have Geno Smith or not. But from there, you go Philly, Buffalo, Miami, Detroit, Philly. I mean, and then the Commanders again at the end of the year to answer a lot of questions that I have. Maybe not everybody has them, but they're just questions that I have about competing against teams that are at least in the conversation when you're talking about teams that could make a Super Bowl run. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. I'm James Pledger. Coming up next, though, Bob Ballou talked about it on the Blitz. Texas, do they control their own destiny? How do you figure the committee will handle things? There are so many situations coming down the stretch. It's a big weekend of college football. How does this work out for Texas, and what do you need to be cheering for if you're hoping Texas is to get into the college football playoff? I'll try and help break it down next right here on San Antonio Sports Star 94.1 FM and sasportstar.com.
It's Dallas Cowboys football on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Gobble, gobble. It's a Thanksgiving tradition. The Cowboys collide with the Commanders in an NFC East battle at 2:30.
Micah Parsons is on the ball.
And he's still alive.
He's still running to the goal line.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Ewald Kubota, Mother's Window Tint, Woods Comfort Systems, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Black Friday is now a game day. The Dolphins take on the Jets in the first ever Black Friday NFL game. Stream for free only on Prime. Black Friday football. Dolphins versus Jets. Coverage begins this Friday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Only on Prime. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/watch Black Friday football for details.
O'Reilly. See better and drive safer with new bulbs from O'Reilly Auto Parts. Get a better view of the road and save. Receive a $15 O'Reilly gift card after rebate plus 2 times O Rewards points with the purchase of Sylvania Silver Star Ultra or select ZXE Twin Pack bulbs. Replace your old bulbs and see better. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts or O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Dr. Stork. Eggs are a staple in our diets, and there's only one egg with more delicious farm fresh taste plus superior nutrition. Eggland's Best. With more vitamins, including 6 times more vitamin D and 10 times more vitamin E, plus 25% less saturated fat than ordinary eggs. Available in so many delicious varieties. Classic, cage-free, and organic. Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
The Black Friday weekend sale begins this Friday at Boot Barn. Visit us in store for savings on top quality pieces. Get up to $40 off cowboy boots for men and women. $20 off select work boots and select children's boots for under $50. We're closed Thanksgiving Day to spend with family, but we look forward to seeing you Black Friday weekend for our biggest sale of the year. Boot Barn. Unwrap the West.
Boom, 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 boom.
Nissan has a car for every driver who wants more. More action. More fun. More guts. More head turns. More adventure. More electric. At Nissan, more is all we do.
This year, Staples will not be celebrating the holidays. Instead, we're celebrating the holiday deals with amazing savings for the holiday season. Save 60% on custom holiday cards, save 60% on custom invitations, and save 60% on custom photo gifts like mugs and calendars. During Staples holiday deals, it's not about the ho, ho, ho. It's about saving dough, dough, dough. Save 60% on custom cards, invitations, and photo gifts today at Staples. Ends 12/2. Visit staples.com/print for more details.
Pro football player Travis Kelce is pressed for time during the football season. So he does 2 things at once. Whether it's grilling while mowing.
2 things at once!
Or getting this season's updated COVID-19 shot at the same visit as his flu shot.
2 things at once.
You can be like Travis and ask your pharmacist about getting this season's COVID-19 shot at the same visit as your flu shot, if you're due for both, as recommended by the CDC. Learn more and schedule at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
When you switch to Boost Mobile, you can get a free Samsung Galaxy. A pretty powerful way to get after it.
Like me, Tusi, a man who fell in love with music and fell on hard times. From writing songs in my room to sitting on top of the charts. All because I made poetry out of pain. And I always knew I'd be on the stage singing your favorite song.
Switch to Boost and get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone on America's largest 5G networks.
Boost Mobile. Get after it.
New customers only. Taxes extra. 1 device per line. 5G not available everywhere. Other restrictions apply.
If you're a man and you live in San Antonio or the surrounding areas, you need to pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Are you having issues rising to the occasion? Do you constantly worry about whether or not you can perform? Have you completely stopped having adult time? Is it something you just don't talk about? Guys, we have a solution. Mojo, the 100% guaranteed male enhancement pill that's fast, effective, and was designed to reignite passion, performance, and confidence in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Be ready at a moment's notice with the Mojo Meal Enhancement Pill from Pure Line Nutrition. And for those of you who have used Mojo, check out Mojo Enduramax.
Touchdown!
A new formula that improves the potency and effectiveness of Mojo. Get fast results, last longer, and be the man she'll never forget. Mojo and Mojo Enduramax, 100% natural male enhancement formulas, only available at Pure Line Nutrition. Call now, 210-494-2210. That's 210-494-2210. Or visit us online at thepureline.com.
It's almost that time. Home for the holidays. Get your mortgage or rent paid for an entire year. Increase your chance of winning by also getting your friends entered socially. Make this holiday season the best ever. Just visit sasportstar.com and get signed up. One national winner could win up to $18,000 and pay their rent or mortgage in 2024. Official rules and sign up at sasportstar.com. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star welcomes the future.
For me, San Antonio is synonym of winning.
Victor Wembanyama.
Welcome back into Extra Innings with Pleasure right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. We'll talk some Spurs as they get ready to try and break this 9-game losing streak and their players-only meeting. It's going to be very, very interesting, though, to see how the final college football playoffs rankings will end up turning out, because a lot can happen between now and the start of bowl season. And you look at the teams in front, and a big one is this weekend. Michigan, Ohio State. Likely one of those is falling out of the top 4 after this weekend. That gives the Texas Longhorns a chance to move up. The other will be Oregon and Washington, who will eventually have to play each other again, because Pac-12 title game. There are a lot of things to cheer for. You have Florida State, who just lost their quarterback. I know Florida is not a good team this year, but maybe Florida can get the upset this week, knock it out of the way. If not, you probably got 9th-ranked Louisville in the ACC title game the following weekend, which can hopefully Florida State's at 5th. Let's hopefully we can knock them a little bit further back and down out. The interesting one coming up, you've got Oregon State and Oregon's playing some really good football. So they have a chance to really make a statement against Oregon State, while the Washington Huskies, on the other hand, that is going to be, to me, that's kind of the linchpin team, because you got Georgia at the top, and if Bama beats Georgia, you got a good chance that you can knock them back down and out as well. I find it hard for Georgia to be able to lose and still stay in the college football playoff. But Washington's got Washington State this weekend, and then they will play the Pac-12 championship game coming up the following weekend, likely against Oregon again. So one of those two teams, maybe Washington wins out, they solidify their spot, they knock Oregon out of the conversation. The opportunity for the Texas Longhorns to get in. Even with Bama being Georgia, that gives better odds to both Texas and Alabama getting in, setting up a potential rematch from the early season of the college football landscape. But first things first, the Texas Longhorns have to take care of business as they take on Texas Tech Friday night in Austin. And Big 12 Commissioner Brett Yormark's going to be there. And if you remember, Brett Yormark at the beginning of the year was talking to Texas Tech alumni and talking about being in-house and watch. It's one of those things he's pulling for Texas Tech because Texas is leaving for the SEC And part of it is playing to the crowd in Lubbock, but part of it is too, if things, because penalties and referees, there's always hate for them. So if things look a little wonky with the officiating in that game, despite whether it's real or not, there's going to be a perception out there because of Brett Yormark's comments earlier this season. And that's going to be a difficult thing. So, look, Texas just needs to boat race Texas Tech on Friday night and then get ready for the Big 12 title game, likely against Oklahoma State, and just put everything to bed, handle things themselves. And to Texas's credit, while it hasn't been pretty of late, you keep winning out, a lot of these teams that are in front of you are going to face each other at some point down the stretch. It gives you a chance to climb your way into that college football playoff. But if things hold serve, or there's some chaos injected, like there's Oregon upsetting Washington, and all of a sudden they're in, and then you got another one-loss team in Washington, and do you throw away everything that they did if they lose a close game to Oregon? And Georgia's upset by Alabama, and now you've got those two teams in it as well. And here's the real thing. This is the last year of the 4-team playoff. Don't we kind of want as much chaos as possible, regardless of our fandom? Don't we just want to see the committee put in a no-lose situation that they always feared, but were bailed out just by the way that played, the way the schedule fell? It always just happened to work out in their favor for them, to where there really wasn't an argument, except for the 1 year in COVID where you could have made an argument for Texas A&M. I would love to see mass chaos to where like 3 teams are left out that all 3 had a legitimate case of we should be in this as well. And that would include Florida State winning out, which muddies the picture even further without their star quarterback, Jordan Travis. I think that would be the perfect send-off to the +1 system that we were given as the so-called fix to the solution that we knew was never going to be enough in the first place, and they finally fixed it. But in their final year, they're staring down the barrel of the one thing that they've always dreaded. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. I'm James Pledger. The Texans, Jaguars, and the Spurs getting ready to try and snap their 9-game losing streak. Where is your temperature meter with the San Antonio Spurs? I find it hard to believe, but it is true, at least for me personally, to ruin the Wemby effect as quickly as the San Antonio Spurs seem to have ruined it. I'll explain what I mean next, right here on Extra Innings with Pledger on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Awesome Tickets Pro Football Pick'em Challenge on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your shot at $50,000 nationally, while weekly winners locally get a $50 gift card to 5 Oaks Ace Hardware on Thousand Oaks. At the end of the season, locally, the best overall record wins the San Antonio Grand Prize of $1,000 worth of tickets to any event from all. Sign up today at sasportstar.com.
If you're hit by a car, truck, or commercial vehicle, you need help with vehicle repairs, car rental, medical care, Davis Law Firm can help get your life back on track. For over 25 years, we have secured important verdicts and settlements for our clients, some in the millions of dollars. I'm Jeff Davis. If you were in a car or truck wreck or hit by a commercial vehicle, call the Fours right now. Call me at 444-4444. You got it. There's only one number to remember, and that's 4. Attorney consultation by appointment only. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio. Davis Law Firm is a proud official partner, personal injury attorney of the San Antonio Spurs.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power now ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. Save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed and Cyber Monday. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
The holiday season is right around the corner, so give the gift that's hard to wrap but easy to give. Give them a Steel. With powerful trimmers, blowers, and chainsaws to place under the tree, the Steel Holiday Gift Guide has something for everyone. Save $30 on the GTA 26 battery-powered garden pruner. Visit your local Steel dealer or go to steelusa.com/gift guide. Real Steel. Find yours. Now $149.99 was $179.99 MSRP. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Big games, big concerts, big events. Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Any city, any event. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, and events from San Antonio to Las Vegas. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran-owned. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
SA Card House, located at 281 in Bitters, is the premier card house in San Antonio, and it's about that time for the 154K Thanksgiving giveaway going on right now through November 29th. We're giving away 154K, 17 hot seats drawn per day every single hour from 9 a.m. to 1 a.m. Now check this out for your members. For the members who have more than 80 hours of playing time during the promotion period, they're going to receive a multiplier. That's right, the multiplier bonus, 80 to 99 hours, 2 times the prize amount, 100 to 224 hours, 3 times, and anything over 225 hours, you're going to get 4 times the prize amount. So what does that mean? You know our slogan at SA Card House. You have to play to get the pay. Check it all out at www.sacardhouse.com. That's 13400 San Pedro Avenue, San Antonio, Texas. Call them up, 474-0023. That's SA Card House at Bitters and 281.
It's our best Black Friday ever at JCPenney. Line up early this Friday in store for giveaways all day. At 5 a.m., you could get a coupon up to $500 off. Keep shopping for a chance to win free diamonds at 1 p.m. and stay for one last giveaway at 5 p.m. One lucky winner gets their cart covered up to $500. Go to jcp.com to plan your best Black Friday ever. JCPenney, make your holidays count. Giveaways in-store only 11/24 while supplies last. One coupon per customer per event. Exclusions apply. Must be 18 or older. See store or jcp.com for details.
We're going abroad for the first time in years. To Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Honey, can you swing by the post office and grab some stamps?
Done.
And drop off these packages?
Sure thing, honey.
Oh, and get the tracking info.
Got it.
But you haven't moved.
I know. How great is that?
This holiday season, the Postal Service is closer than ever with convenient ship-from-home services like label printing, free package pickup, and delivery notifications. You can send more holiday joy from the comfort of home. The United States Postal Service, delivering for America. Ship from home at USPS.com/holidayjoy.
It's our best Black Friday ever at JCPenney, and we've got thousands of deals all week long. Spoil someone and save up to 75% on fine jewelry after an extra 40% off. Step into women's boots. All her faves are $19.99. Plus, stock up on Home Expressions bath towels, only $2.99 each. From holiday helpers to gift ideas, all the deals, all the fun, all in store. JCPenney, make your holidays count. Offers valid on select styles in store through 11/26. Exclusions apply. Black Friday deals excluded from coupons. See associate for details.
From R&R in the morning, set your alarm and wake up with us morning 6 to 10. Plenty of sports and good fun right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Welcome back to Extra Innings with Pledger. I'm James Pledger. You can follow me on Twitter, at I am Pledger. Get at the station at SA Sports Star. You can also just jump on our YouTube channel at SA Sports Star. like, subscribe, follow along. You can comment along with it. The San Antonio Spurs are getting ready to play the Clippers as they are running a 9-game losing streak, most of which by 20 or more points. And somehow the excitement that built up when the season ended about the potential of being a number 1 overall pick, to landing the number 1 pick, to drafting Victor Wembanyama, to Summer League, to preseason, and everything that was at a fever pitch here in San Antonio, to now, at least speaking for myself, if they're on, I might click over and check it out. But it's been hard to watch. And it's been hard to watch for a multitude of reasons. It has been injury. It has been lack of involvement of Wemby until late in ball games. It has been blown leads and blown leads that turn into blowout losses. They've stolen the joy that they built up so much faster than I thought possibly could even imagine. Because even if they lost 9 straight, and I was talking about that this morning with Rob Thompson on R&R in the morning. If they're losing close and there's strides and they're just losing close games because they're a young team that needs to learn how to win, that's different. And you can get behind it and you can wrap your arms around it and be like, this is a learning process. When they're getting spanked the way they have in a lot of these losses, to where even TNT punted on the end of a game for one of your nationally televised games, that's not a good look. And it's disheartening because the perception when you watch the game is there is a lack of effort, mostly on the defensive side of the ball, to where you're not closing out on shooters. How does every team seem to have their best shooting performance from behind the arc against you? And seemingly every second or third shot seems like a wide open, uncontested 3 in which the player's not even showing face to make an attempt like they were going to put pressure on the shooter, even when they can't physically block the shot. Defense is where I thought this team was actually going to be good and keep you in games, with the length of Devin Vassell and Jeremy Sohan and Keldon's Bulldog mentality and Victor Wembanyama. You thought that was going to be one of the things that they could hang their hat on as everything else fell into place and they learned to play with each other and the offense got going and the Sohan point guard experiment all came to. That hasn't been the case. And it's been extremely, extremely tough to watch. And hopefully we can start after this players only meeting to see the positive forward steps towards being more competitive night in and night out. Spurs tipping off here in just a few minutes. That's going to do it for Extra Innings with Pleasure right here on San Antonio Sports Star. Cowboys Crosstalk is next here on 941.
It's R&R in the morning.
Monday on R&R, we return after a long weekend off. We're talking Cowboys, we're talking Texas, we're talking Aggies, we're talking Longhorns, and we might even be talking a Spurs win. Cast is back together. We are on a downhill slide toward everything that mattered. Get there early. The party starts at 6.
It's your wake-up call. R&R in the morning, 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
When asked what is on your wish list this holiday season, send your Santa to 5 Oaks Ace Hardware on Thousand Oaks. 5 Oaks Ace Hardware has that you have been wanting, plus over 300 spices and rubs that make great stocking stuffers. If you need power tools, 5 Oaks Ace Hardware has all the top brands and the tools you want. 5 Oaks Ace Hardware has specialty gifts and everything you need for indoor and outdoor lighting, decorations, and gifts. Drop the hint or kickstart the holiday shopping yourself at 5 Oaks Ace Hardware on Thousand Oaks near Jones Maltzberger.
It's that time of year when the nights are cold and the days are warm. Is your heating system ready? Don't worry, Airtron Heating and Air Conditioning is here to help. Sign up for their Essential Home Care Plan, and as a member, their technicians will repair or tune up your equipment, and you pay nothing at time of service. Right now, Airtron will also provide you with a same-day estimate for your new furnace and AC, and install the next day guaranteed. Plus, you can save up to $2,500 on a new system made by Carrier, turned to the experts, and installed by Airtron. Call today for same-day estimates and next-day installations. Visit airtron.com.
Life moves fast. No one has time for a car, truck wreck, or commercial vehicle accident. At Davis Law Firm, we get it. When you call the force, you don't have to worry about insulting offers from insurance adjusters, property damage, or car rental. With over 25 years experience, we have secured important verdicts and settlements, some in the millions of dollars. I'm Jeff Davis. If you were in a car, truck wreck, or hit by a commercial vehicle, call me at 444-4444. You got it. There's only one number to remember. 4. Attorney consultation by appointment only. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio. Davis Law Firm is a proud official partner, personal injury attorney of the San Antonio Spurs.
Boom, 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 boom. Nissan has a car for every driver who wants more. More action. More fun. More guts. More head turns. More adventure. More electric.